Man, I'm in Okinawa, and I tell you, I went to a place yesterday, out here in Japan, and it was called, what was it called? The Soul Lounge, and it was based upon Black Harlem. So you go in there, and there's nothing but Asians, Japanese people, and they playing nothing but soulful records, right, from Black Harlem. Stuff that you would normally see at the Apollo Theater played. It was beautiful. And I was listening to a program, and they'll say, the difference though between Japanese people, it's not that they won't watch your entertainment. They will see you sexually demoralize and degrade yourself and go wild and do all of the things that you do. They'll clap at it like it's entertainment, but once they leave, they'll tell their children, never be like that. They will enjoy the experience of you doing it, but won't respect you. And black people are enjoyed. People are thoroughly entertained by our abilities, our power, our way of speaking, doing things, jumping, dancing, all the things. It delights people. But once they done, they walk away from it. They don't walk into it. So yeah, they may want to be like you in some ways, the way you walk, the way you talk, things of that nature. But the respect factor is what we're missing. The respect factor. So you will be emulated, but will you be respected? And when I get back, I have some things I want to share about the secret history between blacks and the Japanese. And I think it's going to shed light on why we are where we are today. Because our political focuses has changed, and the landscape upon which we develop our freedom and go for our respect globally has changed. We stopped fighting for global respect. And because we stopped fighting for that global respect, we're a generation that has to travel the world and go gain that respect for ourselves. And that's sad. See, without that respect, it makes it very hard to build relationships and alliances that we can utilize to reinforce the nation that we build for ourselves. So many people may think that I'm against a Kamala Harris. No. You may think that because I speak against or I critique that I'm for Donald Trump. No. I just see politics. And we have to be able to zoom out, because the goal is to be able to imagine a world that fits our values and think about a campaign and a strategy to a pathway to producing that world. Maybe there's some secret cabal of elite, melanated Americans that have these conversations. I surely know that they're fragmented conversations, but I don't know if what they're talking about you're going to want to see come true. Now, in this place that I'm at, Okinawa, it's called Land of Immortals for a reason, because it is a blue zone. And in this blue zone, there's centurions, people who live over 100 years old. So places like this in Italy are the blue zones. And there's a few reasons why they're blue zones. And I picked up so many lessons from here, and I can't wait to share. But one of the things I can say on this trip is I've met the kindest people in my life. Everywhere you go, there's love. Right? People say please, they're nice, very joyful. I only have one experience of racism, and it wasn't from a Japanese person. I had to check a colonizer very heavily. You know what I mean? And he didn't know he was talking to a black guard. I'll tell that story later on Man to Man. But he definitely got the shock of his life. You know what I'm talking about? That boy was like, God damn, my bad, Shaka Zulu? I'm like, yeah, brother, you tripping. You done met the right one today. all the Japanese people were standing around looking like, oh, you okay? Yeah. I'm like, yo, ask him that. That man had to tuck his tail and leave after that, man. He ran into the right one that day. Which actually became a good part of my trip because now I got the story. When people bother me, I just collect stories on how I dealt with them. So I'll be telling that story later. But I won't